Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Beyond the Backboard podcast and another episode of 2 Minute Drill. My name is Omar. Next to me is Max. Below me is Earl. And today we're going to be talking about a very controversial topic. Did LeBron James fuck up the Lakers' future? Let's talk
We're gonna
about it.
swing it over to our resident Lakers fan and have
Yeah,
him answer.
the resident
Honestly,
Lakers expert, by the way, on the Quest for 18 pod. Give it up for Earl.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Honestly, this is a very controversial topic, and I'm one of those fans who just don't believe that LeBron messed up our legacy. I think he actually made a lot things a lot better. Let's just look at the timeline. That first couple years when LeBron wasn't there. I mean, we drafted LaMelo Ball the year before that. We had the light skin connection team. We had LaMelo, Kuzma,
Lonzo,
Josh. Oh, my fault, Lonzo. My bad.
you pulling it on me.
Kuzma.
I was about to say LaMelo. What?
Oh yeah, Lonzo. But yeah, we had all those guys, and I mean, it was a fun team to watch. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think any Lakers fan actually thought we had a chance to win a championship with that squad. Like we didn't have that piece to kind of make things connect. And I will say, I think where that conversation comes from is that first year that LeBron got there. It looked good. Like at times it looked good. Until LeBron got hurt. Like people realize that first year he got over, that was after like that crazy LeBron run. So he's still in his prime. And he was carrying that team. But once he went down, instant collapse. Nothing great happened after LeBron James got injured. So I think that was the point where it's like, okay, let's make a trade. We throw away Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, and other guys all to the Pelicans. Boom. And we get Anthony Davis. I think it was the best choice the Lakers could have made. LA is known for going out there and getting stars. That's what the Lakers do. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they brought him on. Obviously, we drafted Magic Johnson. That's a little bit different. But the Lakers always have a star on their team, and they always bring the top of the top guys, preferably in their prime, to come play for the Lakers. So I think that's what they did with LeBron James, and they brought us a championship. No matter what people say, looking at the Pelicans versus us now, on paper, the Pelicans, they have a better team, I feel like, as far as future proof. But a lot of that didn't come from us. Most of the guys who we traded to them and or the assets we gave them, they're not in use anymore. Lonzo, gone. Josh Hart, gone. Who else did they trade over there? Brandon Ingram, he's on the rocks a little
He's
bit.
gonna
They
be
don't
gone.
have,
Maybe by the time you're watching this, he's
yeah, he
gone.
might be gone the time this comes out. I don't know. But as far as all the assets we traded them, it didn't really pan out to anything too crazy, from our end at least, and we got a championship out of it. So I don't think a lot of Lakers fans can complain about that. As far as like not having the young pieces we needed, to start building for our future now, it is a little bit concerning. I agree, but with the arrival of Dalton Connect, I think that can change a lot of Lakers fans' mind. But for me, we won a championship. We still have a chance to compete this year. And the 80 LeBron James era has been fun to watch, at least in my eyes. So I'm cool with it. I don't think LeBron James ruined the Lakers. I think it was a great choice. A lot of it just came down to what we did around the corners, the edges to make things right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say I think that it can be true that LeBron did deliver the Lakers a championship that they're not winning with any of the other guys that they drafted. Their core is probably not delivering that title.
Yeah.
But I think it can also be true that the post LeBron Lakers era, whether that starts next year, 2 years, or 3 years, it does not look good. And I think you're going to see a very similar effect to what the Rams are going through over in the NFL right now. I don't know how many of our viewers watch the NFL, but the Rams sold out a lot of their draft picks, a lot of their young talent to go get quarterback Matthew Stafford, to go get pass rusher Von Miller, all guys towards the end of their primes. And the first year that they put that team together, they won a Super Bowl. They were the 22 Super Bowl winners. So that was all well and great. Last year, they struggled mightily. This year, they're not off to a great start, and they really don't have many young players left. Like that core that won them a Super Bowl just 2 years ago is already starting to retire and get old and move on. Stafford's still good, but he's not. I don't think he's that same quarterback he was a couple of years ago. So I think the Lakers they're going to have to pay the price. Very few NBA championships come without paying some sort of long-term price. I think this Lakers one is no exception. So if you're a Lakers fan who's just like maybe they're like Earl and you're like, you know what, we won a championship, I'm happy. That's great. Fair enough. The goal is to win an NBA championship. You brought LeBron James and added to his legacy, and he added to your legacy. Got that 17th title. 17th banner in Los Angeles. That's important. You can't underestimate the value of that. So I don't blame them at all for making the move. I think it's a smart move. I'm not criticizing the Lakers at all for bringing in LeBron or for bringing in AD. But what we are going to see, I think, in 26, 27, 28, whenever LeBron's not there, I'm not as high on the piece the Lakers have as maybe other people. I like Austin Reeves, but I don't like him as anything more than a third option on a competitive team. Max Christie is solid. We'll see what Dalton Knecht is. I'm not totally sold that he's going to be, like a borderline all-star player. Like maybe his ceiling is like a Keegan Murray type player. Right now, I don't see him projecting any higher than that down the line. So, I do think the Lakers are going to struggle here. And I don't know what direction they're going because they basically exhausted all their draft picks. And they might still trade the few draft picks they have left to maximize this LeBron window, which, again, I'm not blaming them for. Absolutely maximize the LeBron and AD window.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. AD is now – people forget AD's getting kind of up there in age. He's like 31, I think. He's not he's not a spring chicken anymore. He's going to be 33 or 32 by the time LeBron leaves. Can AD backpack a Lakers team of Rui, Austin Reeves, Dalton Knecht, Max Christie, D'Lo if he's still there? Like, I don't know. I don't think that team's going any farther than a play-in, maybe a play-in. So unless the Lakers have some grand master plan like the Boston Celtics had to trade everyone right before they decline and get a bunch of future picks and stock up for 10 years from now, unless Rob Pelinka has that master plan going, I can see I could see these next 2 years being kind of the end of the good era for the Lakers for the next little bit. You might have to get used to those 2015 lineups again where you're running like Wesley Johnson and Tariq Black. That might be in the Lakers' future.
You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say that.
Hey, man.
You didn't have to say that.
You might have to get Wayne Ellington out of retirement to play that 2-guard next to Reeves.
Oh, no.
I think we're going to surprise some people.
All right. I'm not as high on the Lakers' future as other people, but what do you think, Omar?
So I'm teetering on the fence here, personally, because I'm the one that saw the video and brought the idea to this, and I saw the video and I was like, man, this is nonsense. Like, the Lakers won a championship. This was the only way that they could get AD. They had the supplemental pieces at the time, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, well, Julius Randle is now perennial all-star. Brandon Ingram is teetering on that. Josh Hart is an all-world rebounder. I'm not ready to say that the Lakers do, because at the time these players weren't these players, obviously, and these players develop, and that's what you get for developing these players. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say nothing really happened, and everything is kind of like this with the Lakers, because yes, you won a championship, but also you lost a lot of your young core that turned into perennial all-stars. So, again, I'm like right here. I don't know how to explain it other than like I'm really like even right now and think that the effectiveness of everything that just happened for the Lakers was like 0. And Max did bring up a really good point about your future. Personally, I didn't think about that one either because I was thinking about LeBron James as a whole and how it happened and AD. And again, I'm not necessarily blaming LeBron either because LeBron is LeBron. You're going to do everything to build a squad around him no matter what. So, with that being said, it's really hard for me. Thank you, Kiba. Appreciate the shakes in the back. But with that being said, it's very hard for me to say that the Lakers failed, and it's very hard for me to say that these players would have won the championship. So again,
I'll just say like all-star. I mean, I
perennial.
Get it. Julius Randle, all-star. I get
24
that.
and 10.
But the same problems we had with him. A lot of Knicks fans complain about it too. Max, he understands.
No, fair enough. Yeah, no, 100%.
Well, was Randle even like that back then? Because he wasn't really a number one on those.
He wasn't a number one. He was kind of.
He was playing with Kobe.
He was on the
there,
fence of,
right? Like he wasn't really. No one
played.
really rated him until he went to New Orleans and had that great season when AD was. Yeah.
Like he was always like he was decent on the Lakers. He wasn't like what he is now.
I think he was injured after his first game.
He got injured his first year, but he played 2 more years.
His first game,
he was just kind of mid those years.
It was his first game of his first year, right?
Yeah, he got injured in his first game.
Yeah, but his first game, unfortunately, he did. But he played for what, 4 years? Yeah, 1, 2, 4 years.
What did
Yeah.
he average in those 4 years?
I mean, anywhere from 2 points. Obviously, he got injured, 2 points, and then he's done. All the way up to like
excluding that.
17. So obviously, when he became a first option, he kind of boosted his points per game and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's kind of what happens. I do agree. Like the one person out of everybody I wish we would have kept was Josh Hart. That's really the only one. Brandon Ingram on the Lakers never really had that confidence. Like I don't know what it was. Even before LeBron got there, he kind of struggled to take over at times, which I feel like he got more comfortable when he went to the Pelicans. He was kind of forced to be put in that situation. Like he blossomed to the player he is today, which is a good NBA player. Kuzma, he was good for the time we had him, of course. That was kind of after, though. We kept him, and then that was really not even the whole LeBron thing. Like, that was afterward. But, yeah.
And people forget, real quick, I just want to clarify one thing. We got to remember, the Lakers didn't actually trade anyone for LeBron. They signed him in free agency. They traded all those guys for Anthony Davis. LeBron played a year with those guys. So, theoretically, there is another
question should have been for AD.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Technically, Bron came on his own free will. We gave all that up. We gave all that up for Anthony Davis.
A year with those guys. I don't know.
I think it's because of the narrative around the GM.
Well, yeah, if you get
GM,
it's easy to use LeBron's name.
I know. It's just like it's a horrible acronym, but this kind of shifted my vision a little bit on something though. So if these players were playing like this during the Lakers squad and they weren't connecting with the Lakers, how come they were able to connect on the Pelicans in a way that like where Julius Randle was able to have a career year? And then
I don't think Randle was not part of the AD. Randle was there.
That was way before.
Randle went to the Pelicans 2 years before that AD trade. He was already on the Knicks by the time.
He wasn't a part of that.
I'm sorry.
They never
Randle went there first, and then the AD trade I think was Lonzo, Ingram, Hart, and then maybe someone else. But it was really
my fault.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Is there a world where the Lakers just run with that team and they never trade for AD? Yes, and maybe right now they're a little bit better off for the future, but I don't think they have a championship right now. And then everyone's looking back at the LeBron James era as a failure because Bron went there to win a title. He never did. Yep. I think people don't recognize that winning that championship
won because LeBron and AD.
The Lakers as a decent enough decision. Like they at least got something out of it. Yeah. LeBron didn't waste his final year, like all of his final years here. Right. So I think that does help. Maybe the Lakers are in a better position now, but I think they would have just kind of looked like the Pelicans do now. Like perennial playoff team, perennial first round exit. Maybe a second round with LeBron because he's LeBron. But I don't see a team of Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, that core, Kuzma, Hart. I don't see that team competing with the Nuggets in 23 or, the Warriors in 22 or, that Phoenix Suns team that was good for a while. I don't see that really being them being too much of a factor in those finals pushes for the West.
I agree with you.
Yeah, Father Time is unfortunately undefeated when it comes to these types of conversations.
I don't know. Bron giving him a pretty good fight right now.
Yeah, for real.
Really, he put on 30 a game last season, almost like.
Yeah. No, I think we had this conversation.
Do we just say he's the first player to beat Father Time if he's an all-star at 41, 42?
I agree.
He's going to be an all-star regardless. I'm sorry. He's going to be an all-star.
But that's the thing. The difference is he's going to be an all-star because he's putting up crazy numbers. Not because he's LeBron. Well, either or, but it's not like a. Basically, what I'm trying to say.
Not a Kobe 2016.
Remember when they did like the?
It's more of a popularity contest.
No, remember when they did like the D-Wade All-Star thing like that, and the Dirk Nowitzki thing, like where they put him in just because they were.
Retiring? Okay, yeah.
It's not going to be that case. He's going to be an All-Star because he's putting up 28 a game type of vibes.
If LeBron is putting up 25 plus in 2 years, I think he wins against Father Time. I think we declare him the winner.
We just declare him the winner.
I agree to that.
LeBron is the only NBA player to beat Father Time if he is.
I think LeBron James is the only player that can go for another 10 years, but will retire within the next 3.
Yeah, I think he'll call it soon enough. But if he was like a Kevin Durant type basketball addict, he could go till he's 50.
Sure.
How far do we think Kevin Durant's going to go? Like another 2-3 years?
He's got 4 years. He's got 3-4 years. He's still a top 10 player in the league, I think. He's got another. And plus, like I said, he's a hoops head. Durant will go till he's 39 or 40 to try.
Yeah, true.
I think he's for the love of the game. He'll go till 39 or 40. He'll definitely be good enough at that point to at least play.
Yeah.
Well, so.
All right, guys, I think we can shut it down. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this 2-minute drill episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, and do all the things that make us happy. And if you guys want to support us, please do it. Like we are the genuine basketball guys. You should want us to give you guys your content. Us. You don't want these ESPN people that are pushing agendas constantly.
I don't have anything against ESPN.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
But,
no, we don't. No.
Yeah.
But they do arguably push agendas, right? I mean, shit.
Yeah.
But no, all seriousness, thank you guys so much. Be sure to tune in on the Beyond the Backboard podcast later on this week, and be sure to see these episodes when they come out. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everybody, and peace.
Peace.